right, great. So we have got multiple insights. Now this should be telling you that there are some emotional reasons that make us all open an email. Right, everyone, switch on your videos. I need to see your faces. So there is an emotional reason that makes people open their emails. For some, it was being direct. I would love that because there is no pretext to it. And I would rather prefer that people send me a direct message. For some, it was curiosity because they said that, okay, they went through my profile and I want to know what is it that they found in my profile. Someone said it is more professional because somebody has taken an effort to go through my LinkedIn profile and found something on my LinkedIn profile, and there is a matching that LinkedIn algorithm has done. So should be a professional thing. The others felt that there are too many of these different styles of messages that come. I would rather prefer someone who is like, found someone like-minded. So there is a relatability out there. But everything is based on emotions. And that is what we are trying to understand here when we are talking about cold outreach. So I welcome you all to this program on cold outreach and the entire concept of the messaging. So how many of you have heard of a model called IDA? So what is IDA? This is the IDA formula. You first grab their attention in the same message, you generate interest, you build in a desire, and then finally you ask them for some kind of an action. So grabbing a prospect's attention, okay? All right, so we have the opening line and a preview text and the opening line of your email. But the trick, is in personalization. The attention grabbing, because many times we use these MailChimps and many organizations, if a few of you are salaried also, you will have certain CRMs, certain AIs that is supporting you. And there the personalization gets missed out because we are sending bulk emails. In bulk emails, it is at the max, dear Devina or dear Bhavna. That is all. But personalization is when we are absolutely being specific, which of course means that send mails one by one. Bulk emails may not allow you to have that level of personalization. So I have these two emails here. So the subject line is mark one subject line, which is the first email on the left-hand side here. The subject line is mark great offer to boost XYZ corporate's sales. That is one subject line. And the second subject line is XYZ corporate's sales numbers. Keep XYZ corporate sales numbers from falling in January. And then there is a message. I was just reading a great post on XYZ Corporate's blog, and a blog link has been given. And I recommend it to several colleagues. I was thinking XYZ Corporate could be a great fit for my company's sales boosting app. This is one message. And the other one, which has a subject line, keep XYZ Corporate sales numbers from falling in January. The opening line is, I know January can be a challenging sales period for e-commerce businesses like XYZ Corporate. Now, between the two, which one you think grabs attention? When we are talking about grabbing a prospect's attention, it is all about the prospect. It is all about how am I creating, because from the attention I need to take it to the interest level. So if I have to talk about the correct email, then the second one is the correct format of writing. Again, understand, we are not going to write a 2000 worded email or, you know, a long email, we have to also keep our, what we want to say, crisp, short, and precise. So yes, the subject line, this one attracts more attention because it is directly saying that you can, you know, it's talking about how you can keep your revenues from dropping in January. And then it is getting into an emotional connect, immediate emotional connect. And January can be a challenging sales period for e-commerce businesses like this. So that means the person has done the homework. They know my industry. They know that, yes, January is a month when the sales numbers drop. So this kind of gives them that attention. Okay. By talking about that, I read your post and I recommended it to several colleagues. And I thought that your thing will be a good fit for my company. Good for you. Mujhe kyun bata rahe ho? Why telling me? Good for you. Go ahead. Thank you. That's all. So we are talking about, someone said that we want to know about preview text. I'm going to quickly share about the preview text, a short video.
Text. So preview text isn't visible when you open the email itself. That makes it different than something called pre-header text. Even though people use those terms interchangeably, pre-header text is visible. Preview text only works with HTML emails, not plain text ones, because it's actually a hack. It's not a cool hack like this dude would do, but it is a low-level hack. It's just non-visible HTML. The inbox sees it, but the rendered email doesn't. Preview text is great for your marketing emails, and here's why. Preview text can boost open rates. Preview text gives you a better chance to entice someone to open your emails in that limited amount of inbox real estate that you have. So when you use it right, it can pack a nice 1-2 punch with your subject line. You can really do anything with the pairing. You could be mysterious with one and elaborate with the other. You could be straightforward with both. You could use one for urgency and one for scarcity. You could be funny with one and straightforward with the other. Whatever you think and you test is going to best help you meet your email marketing goals. Preview text helps you control your inbox presence. So here's what happens when you don't set preview text. Your emails look like this. It's just pulling whatever it finds in the email, and that's wasting valuable, limited inbox space that you could be using to entice people to open your messages. Preview text is emphasized on mobile. So people are more likely to check their email on their phone than their computer. The statistics definitively say that. And preview text often gets more of a spotlight on mobile than desktop. So by optimizing your preview text, you're optimizing for mobile. You can see on a phone, it often gets its own line. On the desktop, you get that sometimes, but in a lot of cases, it trails the subject line, and sometimes it'll get cut off entirely.
So now that we have understood what the, how we can draw the attention of people, we move to the next step, which is basically building interest. And here is what we said, building interest happens by showing your prospects how you are going to solve their problem. That is how. So we spoke about talking about what's in it for them. So again, is the 2 emails readable, visible?
No.
Yes.
Still no? Okay.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So we are continuing. So please look the emails, the same emails from the previous slide. Now we went to the second line, which is generate interest. So the first one wrote, after they've spoken about the blog and it is a great fit, they said that we've spent 3 years developing sales app and we are super proud of what it can do. It helps boost sales and increase revenue by targeting past customers with great new offers. And the other one says, sales app can keep your numbers up or even grow them during the slow months by creating automated email campaigns that retarget your past customers with relevant offers based on their previous purchases. What's the difference between the two?
So, Pritha, the right one is giving solution. That with the sales app, you can increase your numbers.
Yeah. So it is talking about a problem statement, and it is also telling the prospect how can that problem statement be solved. Right? So there is a how element also, that is what we do and how we do. That element is also covered, but look at it. What we do, how we do in these 3 lines. The trick is also in being very crisp and to the point. So yes, the second one is right. Now we get into the desires, and we said that, we can build the desires with social proof, building that credibility. So again, we have the continuation, the left hand mail. It then created the desire by talking about 500 plus companies are now using sales app, including 57 Fortune 500 companies. So talking about the logos, talking about who all work with them. Companies sent more than 15 million emails using sales app, and our retention rate is over 90%. So of course, there's some data, some statistics, some numbers. Sounds attractive. Normally, this mail should have had a good open rate. Vis-a-vis, when we look at the right one, we're also looking at the correct way of writing. The right one is saying, now look at the specifications. In January 2022, 500 plus e-commerce stores like XYZ Corp used sales app and saw an average of 1.2% revenue growth month over month from December. And those who weren't using sales app in January saw an average of 15.6% year-on-year revenue growth. What is the difference between, they also, the left email also gave numbers. The right email is also giving numbers. What's the difference you find?
The right one says that, why using one that used sales app has done better, and there is a comparative that is there. The other one is again talking about, the left one is talking about themselves.
Right. They're talking about themselves. We have retail clients and we have so many people. But again, the right one is building upon that same thing. What's in it for them? That theme is continuing. What's in it for them? All right. So we move to the next one, which is now coming to the...
Pritha,
Yeah.
can you please go back to the previous
Yes.
slide? Yeah. I just wanted to know, the first statement is the problem statement. The second statement is the solution statement. And the third statement is elaborated, like
the benefit, the credibility.
Benefits. Okay.
The credibility statement. Yes.
Yes.
The credibility statement. Okay. So the final step we have after desire is taking an action. This is where we use urgency, scarcity, so that they feel like taking an action. So the first one is, I'd love for you to sign up for a quick 30-minute sales demo. Reply to let me know what time works for you. My schedule is filling up fast, so make sure to let me know ASAP when we can talk. I'm sure none of us kind of give consent to this, right? Do we?
No.
No.
Yes. So the right one says, I'd love to personally give you a super quick walkthrough of sales app and help tailor it to your exact needs. Just grab any time that works for you. They have given a calendar, which I will say, don't do it. Don't do it. This is again wrong. January is coming fast, so let's get started ASAP. Now, let's understand what is wrong in the first email, in the call to action. See, a quick 30-minute sales demo, 30 minutes is not quick.
Yes.
So it's kind of doesn't work. Again, sales demo is kind of a turn off. Someone telling that, okay, why should I go through a demo now? It sounds like, like it is said, the prospect will be volunteering for a timeshare presentation without getting a free set of golf, without getting anything paid for it. Okay. Then the attempt to create urgency makes it sound like it's going to take several back and forth emails to find a time that works. This call to action does not stand out visually. Although I I have still a point here for all of you that don't give your calendar. Let them say whatever, don't give your calendar. So when we are talking about this one, it's a super walkthrough. Sorry. A super walkthrough, which is, hold on a second. How do I? Yeah. So a super walkthrough rather than a quick 30-minute sales demo. Walkthrough sounds more professional. It sounds like, okay, it's going, it can be. So we're not talking about giving you a demo. It's a walkthrough. It's a more professional word. It's a more powerful word. So rather than designated specific time, because we don't know, it can be over in 15 minutes, it can be over in 30 minutes. So we don't know really. And also walkthrough is a better word than sales demo. And grab anytime is casual and doesn't sound like you're giving the person any kind of an obligation. Okay. And it is also creating a sense of urgency by tying back to the customer's issue, that is January sales number. So again, tying back to that point at the end that, creating that kind of an urgency. January is coming fast. So let's get started. Right? So, so that is where then the entire email, if you read the right one, the entire content has been designed keeping the prospect in the center. The mistake that usually happens in any kind of a cold outreach is we keep us in the center. And then we design the entire message. So it's all about what's in it for me. I am so-and-so, I work for so-and-so, I have so many clients, I am this great, I am that big, and I can solve your problem, and therefore you need to speak with me. So it is all about I. But what makes a prospect look up is the power word you. You is a power word. Throughout, keep using you. Many people also send out cold outreach messages in third person. Like my clients have used, they have got, they have received. It's not talking directly to your prospect. They have done, they have this, they have that. Sometimes it's humility. A lot of, we feel that, okay, I may not be able to directly tell my client, you will get it. So let me talk about what others have got it. So it's a lot of that humility that makes us use these words, they. Now, something which is very interesting is the responses that you receive. What happens is we send out an email and then we forget about it, usually. Okay. So if you don't have a CRM, all those who don't have a CRM, try to maintain an Excel sheet where you are talking about, this is something that I have sent. Today is the email. And then I'm going to send another follow-up email after these many days, then another follow-up email after these many days. And let that follow-up email continue. Usually on LinkedIn, if you are sending out a message like that, your response rates will be better. On email also, it will be better. You need to stand out. The trick is taking them step by step in through that email. Once they have it on their phone, they received an email. First is the subject line, and along with the preview text, grab their attention so that they open. Once they open their email, the first line, make it even attractive so that they feel like reading to the next line. Now, when they come to the next line, generate that interest in them. And then we build the desirability by saying that I'm not just like someone who just walked in. I have my credibility. I have social proof. There are people who are trusting me. The people who are working with me. And these are the kind of numbers that I have generated for them. And now finally, a call to action, which has elements of scarcity, urgency, both. But we need to also keep sending follow-up emails so that If that response did not happen, we don't give up on our prospects. We need to, the first follow-up usually is a gentle reminder with an extra dose of urgency. The second one, it creates a sense of scarcity, but demonstrates personalized attention. And then the third follow-up hypothesizes that the recipient doesn't want to bother with the call, but might still want the product. So it lowers the lift by giving them a personalized offer to skip the call. That is, sometimes we tell them that straight away, and that may not happen in every service, but in certain services, we can straight away get them to buy. So not in all services, but in certain products and services, we can directly get them to buy. So that is where the entire cold call concept happens. Okay. And we can also send a fourth email where we can actually restate the urgency, the need that they had, the problem statement that they had. Today's session was to give you the signs. In 90 minutes, we can only do this much. The idea was today to give you the signs so that you understand how your prospects think, how can you influence, psychologically influence their thoughts and minds. Selling or getting the work done through your prospects is a psychological game. And therefore, know the power words, know that you is a very important word where you need to use this word very, and words like benefits, words like discount, or words like value. These are all power words. They really help your prospects to get up and take notice of what are you trying to say. Personalization is the key, by the way. The more you personalize, the better it is for all of us.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Pritha.
so much.
Despite all the technical issues, we had a wonderful session. And thank you to all the participants. Bye-bye. See you all in the next workshop.